Destiny, Game of the Year? Hell yes.
Bungie mastered FPS gameplay a long time ago, but this is a whole new spin on what it did so well in Halo. Just the shooting, the reloading, the movement, the speed, the vehicles, all of it makes for a brilliant foundation to a world that's beautiful already.
I would say it's the guns, the online interaction.
Destiny really has amazing mechanics. You go back to Destiny because the shooting is so good.
The shooting itself feels so satisfying.
Something about Destiny did it. Maybe it was the fact that it brought in shooter elements, which I love, or it was how I interact with other people I play with, which I also love, but something about it makes it a full experience that I constantly want to go back to try to accomplish these things with my friends, trying to just get that much better. Get to level 30, get to level 30!
The MMO sides of the design, really well thought out in that you're getting rewards constantly, but you always are looking forward to the next piece of loot.
Night after night, we keep coming back to it over and over, and just sort of having that sense of camaraderie and community, and watching this game sort of bring us together.
All these things come together really well, and you just can't stop playing the freaking game. Yeah, so one of the greatest things about Destiny is that Bungie has been supporting this game like wholeheartedly. They're totally behind their community. And they really seem to be listening to everybody. There's been a ton of changes already since the game has been released.
Already, just within a couple of months, we've seen major improvements to the game in places where it was kind of weaker because Bungie's been listening to the community and saying, okay, we get what you want.
They know the correct pacing to make players have a goal, work towards that goal, and then just as they've achieved it, look forward to the next goal.
Any MMO developer will tell you that once the game ships, that's step one of like 30. You have to have this long tail of content already lined up and in the pipeline as soon as your game goes live. And Bungie has obviously done that, and they have plans to continue doing that.
Destiny is Game of the Year already this year, and you know, with all the improvements and with all the dedication that Bungie's putting into it to support the community and add all these events, I can't wait to see what the game becomes in the future.
So I can tell you, Dinklebot isn't the thing that's keeping me coming back to Destiny over and over again. It's the multiplayer. It's getting in there with your friends and just blowing some shit up every single evening, collecting that loot, and just sort of having an excuse to get together and play and have this incredible shared experience.
There's so many different things that you could jump into. You could go competitive. You could go for the raid, do some strikes and the dailies and the weeklies. And get all this gear, get all this stuff, and it just never ends because you gotta build all these things up.
The reason I keep coming back to Destiny is because I always want to play with my friends. It's always a really fun experience, whether we're running around and collecting helium coils and bullshitting, or we're going against some big nasty monster together and we're like, oh my god, we really gotta work together on this one, guys. Something about that experience is always a lot of fun.
Interaction in first-person shooter multiplayer is something I found myself missing in other games.
Zone C secure.
The Titan is just the tank, the guy that goes around smashing everything. Okay, that's cool. The Hunter's more of the sniper, sort of super agile person. I'm not really a sniper type of dude. And the Warlock was just kind of like, yeah, I have guns like those other guys, but I also got magic, bitch.
I was the Warlock for the express reason that they looked the coolest in their pause screen pose. Like, you're chilling with a void of you know, power just in your hand, an orb, and then if you want to, you can just chuck that at somebody. I mean, the grenades that the Voidwalker has especially are crazy cool. Have you seen those things? Come on.
I chose the Hunter because they had cloaks and hoods and they look super cool. He's awesome in PvP because you could go Blade Dancer and chop everybody up. And there's been times where, you know, I've killed the entire team on one supercharge, and I don't think many other classes could do that.
I always like playing as the heavy in multiplayer games like this, so I went straight to the Titan class. They're big, they're tough, and they have the coolest grenades. I really enjoyed the lightning grenade, just throwing it out like zzz.
I play as a Titan, and my favorite thing about that is ground pound! Someone comes up to you and they're like, I'm gonna get you, and you're like, oh, do you think so? Bam! And it's just the most powerful feeling, and it's amazing.
I was doing the Septic Prime strike. We basically crunched his life down to this little tiny bit, and my life's full. I'm like, hey, you know what? We can play around. I could go out for all the glory. So I run up, I blink, I reappear right in front of him, and then I throw my Void Bomb right in his eye, and just boom, he's done.
What comes to mind is one particular Crucible match that I was playing with some other GR staffers, Lucas and Anthony. And Lucas was pretty much wiping the floor with everyone. It wasn't a good match for me. I was kind of in the lower tier. And we were getting into the last 10 seconds, and I saw him standing ahead of me. And if he got killed one more time, he would lose the lead and lose the match. And I was running straight for him, and I heard him over my mic being like, no, 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 no. And I stopped, and I sat down, and I let the last couple of seconds tick by, because he needed that more than me. And Destiny, it's about community. That's important.
Yeah, there have been very few times when I've actually said Xbox record that, but Destiny just brings it out in me. And there was this one time in the Crucible, I was playing PvP, and I had my Nightblade class on. Somebody came up to me, I was already almost dead. I killed somebody, guy came up to me, he was ready to kill me, and I warped around this object while he was shooting at me, reloaded, and blew his head off. And it was the coolest Xbox record that moment I've ever had.
Oh, my favorite moment would have to be dancing in the tower. You can't beat that.
I love the dancing. I will sit and watch videos of the people dance just forever. And I think it's hilarious and funny and awesome. And I kind of wish I could dance like that.
Sweet dance moves.
It's just not happening.
That was a pretty sweet video, right? If you want to see more, go to GamesRadar's YouTube page over here. Or if you want to read, maybe up your game a little bit, go to GamesRadar.com.